Also in this section is the former world number ones, Astrup and Rasmussen. I say former because 2 days ago they lost their number one status in the world.
Service judge, Sudirman, India.
So the Indonesians, there they are. Fajar Alfian and Mohamed Rian Ardianto up against former world junior champions Kedren and Puavaranukroh. Well, this, I can tell you, will be a sixth meeting between these two pairs, and of the previous 5, the Indonesians have won 4 of them, including the last occasion, which was in the semi-final of the Indonesia Masters in January earlier this year. In fact, they had to save 3 game points in that second game before winning 24-22. So I believe that it was the tie combination that won the toss of the coin and chose to start ends. But this is Fajar Alfian. He's 30 years of age now, from Bandung in West Java. 177. He's about 5'10", and as you saw, they're currently number 5 on the world ranking. As I said in the introduction, they are former world number ones, 41 consecutive weeks from the end of December 2022. Mohamed Rian Ardianto is 29, a year younger, and I was telling you that they've been in 2 finals here at the Singapore Open, not only last year when they lost to He Jiting and Ren Xianu, but also back in 2022 as well. Well, in the first round, they beat the Malaysians Azrin and Tan Wee Kiong in 2 straight games, a match lasting only 36 minutes. So to their opponents, and this is Kitinupong Kedren. He's 28 years of age, from Songkhla in southern Thailand, near the border with Malaysia. Not the tallest of athletes, as you can see, 163 equates to 5'4", and they're enjoying their 2nd consecutive week at a career high of 14 as a combination. But the man we're looking at right now, Puavaranukroh, is a former world number 1 and former world champion in the mixed doubles discipline. 28 earlier this month, in fact 9 days ago, from Chonburi, and he is quite clearly the taller of the 2. Well, in the first round, they beat Leo Roli Karnando and Bagas Maulana, the Indonesian pair, 21-16 in the deciding game. As we look at our umpire for this, Jess Chan from Singapore, and the service judge will be Sudeep Bave of India. Incidentally, the tie combination, their first round opponents, of course, Leo Roli Karnando won this title 3 years ago with Daniel Martin. And who did they beat in the final? But the Indonesians that oppose the tie combination today. So as we wait for the
ladies and gentlemen,
introductions, here we go.
Thailand. And on my left, Fajar Alfian and Mohamed Rian Ardianto, Indonesia. Kedren serve 2, Mohamed Rian Ardianto, level. Play.
So it is the unseeded combination of Kitinupong, Kedren and Dichapon Puavaranukroh, far side of the courts, up against the two-time beaten finalists Alfian and Ardianto from Indonesia. Oh, that's a lovely defensive shot
Service over.
from Alfian.
1-all.
Seemed a little bit sluggish off the mark there, Alfian, to try and retrieve that one. Very early stages, just 2-1 in this opening game. Oh, lucky net cord from Alfian.
I've been looking forward to see this match here, because I feel it's a little bit difficult to say exactly where Alfian and Ardianto, where they're standing. Their last match was in Thailand Open, where they lost to Danish youngsters Bo and Kjær. And not only did they lose, they lost convincingly. And the Danish combination, even though they're young, they're two very good front court players, where there's two players coming forward, and that seemed to shock the Indonesians. I feel that Puavaranukroh and Kedren, they could do a bit of the same here. They're both quick on their feet and good enough to follow up. On the front court.
Yeah, that wasn't really committed, Alfian at the front there, was he?
No.
Yeah, good aggressive play from Puavaranukroh. And they've earned themselves a 2-point advantage. Three tournaments, or the third tournament in 3 weeks for this Thai combination. Semi-finalists in the home event in Thailand, and then a first round loss last week at the Malaysia Masters. Shuttle badly deflected by the net cord. Oh, goodness me, another net cord.
Service over. 5-6.
Yeah, that's well played.
Yeah.
Service over. 7-5.
That defense there from Ardianto, it looked casual in my opinion. I don't get to see it here.
Yeah, do you know, I watched a little bit of them playing recently, and I thought the Indonesians are lacking a little bit of sparkle. Of course, they only played one group match in the Sudirman Cup campaign.
Yeah.
And I assumed one of them must be injured.
I think they were. I think I've read that.
Mind you, I think probably Ardianto has other things on his mind because he's going to become a father.
Yeah.
And hasn't Alfian also just got married?
I'm not sure. He might have.
9,
Or maybe it's just engaged. But
Yeah.
there's certainly other things.
No, I think you're right. I think he got married.
Yeah. Well, this is an excellent start by Kedren and Puavaranukroh. It's going wide. Yeah, on left. Thought for a moment he was going to play that.
7, 10.
One of the weaker sides in the tie combination is that Kedren is not the hardest hitter, especially not when he's under a bit of pressure.
Right at the back of the court,
Yeah.
where his lack of height is a distinct disadvantage. But they have the advantage at the mid-game interval here, the tie combination. 11-8 in the opening game.
Pot 1, 20 seconds. Pot 1, 20 seconds.
Ada ngeremnya ya.
So the umpire calls for play to resume. 11-8 the advantage to Kedren and Puavaranukroh. Well, Indonesia have an astonishing record in men's doubles here at the Singapore Open in the Open era. And the first Singapore Open of the Open era was in 1987. They have won 16 of the previous 33 men's doubles titles, so that's very nearly 50%.
Yeah, that's an astonishing record.
10, 11.
Oh my goodness me! That's outrageous. He was going to leave that. Dichapon then decided the low serve was going to drop in and played between the legs. Look at that. Almost falls over. How extraordinary. That's wide.
Service over. 12, 11.
Well, he won't be happy with that. He was there, Ardianto. That's a clever return by Puavaranukroh and Ardianto. Just enough pace on it to get it past the front court player.
That's much better
13-14.
by the Indonesians here after the interval.
In what way, much better?
The sort of like intensity. I researched a little bit into Alfian's private life, and it turns out that he's engaged.
Yeah.
Which probably takes up even more time because the planning of the wedding seems to be important for at least one part of the couple.
Careful, Steen, you're on thin ice.
I'm not saying anything more.
Service over. 15-13.
Yeah, another good return of serve. How many smashes do you think we've seen in this opening game so far?
It's not that many.
Terribly few. Everything is kept flat.
Yeah, and just like the match the Nightfall from Thailand Open when they played the Danes, everything below the top of the tape is a challenge for the Indonesians.
Now look at the body language.
Yeah. No, again, it looks like to say, okay, yeah, we have to be here, but we basically don't want to be here. That's the look of it.
Now, there's some smashes in that rally, and look at the difference.
Or could also be like, okay, we're not at our best, but we're giving it our best shot. But it's so hard to look away from the fact that that we're not at our best.
That went under the net.
15-18.
Good flick serve. They look totally different when they're willing to get on the attack and then play some hard, fast smashes.
Service over. 19-16.
Well, good intent there from Kedren, reaching out to try and take that backhand as early as possible and trying to keep it flat over the net.
It's gone long.
So with that push going long, so game point opportunities for the Thai combination. 3 of them to be precise. Oh, that's a beauty.
Fantastic play.
Service over. 18-20.
That's great awareness as well as great skills there from Alfian.
Oi!
19-20.
Yeah, Dichapon had expected his partner to intercept that one.
Exactly, and then the look, why didn't you help me? I was on the floor, why didn't you help me?
So 2 of the 3 game point opportunities have been well saved. And 1 more remains for the tie combination.
19-20.
And they've flicked Puavaranukroh the last couple of times.
And again. Yeah, and they're back level. What a great comeback by Alfian and Ardianto. 20 all and extra points required until there's a clear 2-point winning margin. Brilliantly played. And on a run of 4 straight points, having saved 3 game points, now Alfian and Ardianto have a game point opportunity themselves. And another flick. And the opening game, extraordinary. 5 straight points for Alfian and Ardianto from 17-20 down. Umpire just confirming that scoreline, saving 3 game points and closing it out 22-20. The former world #1s and the 2-time beaten finalists really came alive in the latter stages of that opening game.
Kalau misalkan lu gak dia udah coba cek dulu untuk goyangin dulu karena kita kiri kanan harus langsung kan habis tembak kamu nembak silang kaki ini tuh untuk pembukaan setengah.
Hot 1, 20 seconds. Hot 1, 20 seconds.
Interesting that both pairs were back on court ready before the call of 20 seconds remaining of the 2-minute timeout by the umpire.
Yeah.
Second game.
Sign that they're clear on what they want to do on the game plan, perhaps. Yeah.
That's perfect.
Tried to flick, well, not tried, they flicked Puavaranukroh again, but I think he played it much better this time. Instead of going for a winner, tried to protect his partner, because that's what happened in the good awareness there by Ardianto. That's what happened in the latter stages of the first game. The 4 times he was flicked, he attacked and got directly counter-attacked, leaving a lot of court to cover for Kedren.
That was well wide. And that's almost entirely, I think, because of the drift. Sideways drift from right to left, as we're all looking down at the court right now.
Service over. 2 all.
Good rally. Almost certainly the longest rally of this match so far.
Yeah. No, that was interesting.
In what way?
That was a half smash from Alfian, and didn't really move for the next one. So if I were a Thai pair, I would try and put him on the backcourt. I would definitely flick him and see what the response is.
That's good reactions by Kedren. Oh, that's landed in. That's good control from
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Dichapon.
Fantastic control.
Hitting with the drift.
A much better smash from Alfian, but we didn't see if he was being asked to play another smash, how he would react to that.
Service over. 3-5. 11-14. Service over. 6-3.
He's sharp on the front of the court. You were alluding to that right at the start
Yeah.
of the match.
I feel that the playing conditions are quite suitable for Puavaranukroh and Kedren. They can either play in fast playing conditions or very, very slow. The worst for them is if the shuttles are a little bit slow, but there's not a whole lot of drift, then the court becomes very big. They don't have the biggest of reach, either of the two players. I know that they're both quick on their feet, but as you mentioned, Jill, not the tallest of athletes.
Oh, beautiful drop. Isn't that a lovely construction of a rally by Puavaranukroh? Little block, then the disguise drop, then the power play straight down the centre. Beautiful.
7-4.
Puavaranukroh already playing his second match of the day, fourth match of the tournament.
5-7.
Perhaps you get a little bit more settled in terms of the conditions.
Yeah, he was first on, wasn't he, at
Yes.
10 o'clock this morning on court number 2.
He's been up early.
In the mixed doubles with Pil Sumpran, beat Chen Xin
Service over.
and Zhang Qi in 2 straight games, so he shouldn't be too jaded. Mind you, I always think sometimes with these playing conditions, difficult playing conditions, it's quite a good thing to have already played earlier.
Yes.
Service over.
I was watching some footage earlier today, Steen, of Jason Tay, a young up-and-coming men's singles player from Singapore, and he was saying that he trains for 6 or 7 hours a day. So if that's sort of normal for badminton players. Playing 2 matches of 1 hour each is not excessive in a day's play.
No, not at all.
Not all of that 6 or 7 hours is
high intensity.
No, not at all. Done well, back level. 4 straight points.
Service over. 9-8.
Oh, that's nice defence. Oh, he's touched it. Clipped the racket of Kedren on its way through. And I have a feeling he could have left that and would have gone wide. Mind you, there's so much sideways drift,
Yeah,
it might have
it come back in.
Well, as with the opening game, it's a 3-point advantage at the mid-game interval in favour of the tie combination. But in the opening game, they weren't able to convert.
Hot 1, 20 seconds. Hot 1, 20 seconds. Service over. 10, 11.
They're persisting with those flick serves, aren't they, the Indonesians?
This time it was to Kedren.
Service over. 15, 12, 10.
Yeah, good play.
Oh gosh, that can't have been out by much.
13.
And I like that Kedren and Puavaranukroh tries to open up the court, even though they're playing with the drift. Some lifts, but not high lift, not really high lift, reasonably flat lift. So if the Indonesians are going to attack, it's going to be an easier defense than an all-out defense. That's the way.
Unbelievable. Oh! Got his racket in the way, Puavaranukroh, but in the end to no avail.
11, 13.
Take a look at this. Did awfully well to reach that. Look at that. In fact, it was a sort of backhand, I think he played. That's amazing, isn't it? How on earth did he make contact? nice.
Service over.
I'm getting more and more convinced that the Indonesians are not 100% fit.
Yeah.
Because Alfian, once again, there was no push-off movement to change direction.
That's what you. It comes with the being a coach, that when you see a result that's almost too good to be true, you start becoming a little bit suspicious. And even though I reckon that the two Danes, Bo and Kjær, are big talents, then defeating Alfian and Ardianto to 13 and 15, that looks strange.
Yeah, nice idea. You want to just check that scoreline for me, Steen? I thought it was even more one-sided than that. I thought it was 13 and 12.
13 and 12 it was.
Yeah. 1 point in it. Making a habit of these comebacks, the Indonesians. Wow, that's extraordinary return of a flick serve from Kedren. He was doing a mere Ordina there, the way he arched his back.
Play. They've done a much better job in the second game here of playing from above the tape, the two Indonesians. So there it is again. That looked strange, that defensive action from Ardianto. Look at this.
Yeah. Was it not just that he got caught? He was getting.
He got caught, but he also looked like, oh yeah, I got caught. So that's it. Next rally. Like it doesn't really matter, but I mean it's 14, 16.
That's a super return of serve.
It's over. 15, 16.
Oh, that's super. Oh, now I thought that was in.
Yeah, totally convinced it's in. It was taken in by the sideways drift.
Well, it was called out by the line judge, so the Indonesians are challenging. First challenge of this men's doubles. There we go. Well, it looked further in than that, but it certainly was in.
Yeah.
Good challenge.
16 all. Play.
So back level, 16 all. And into the lead.
17, 16.
First time in this second game that the Indonesians have been in the lead. I like that smash across the body.
Yeah, towards the player coming up from the net. In this case, Alfian. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Lots of pace on that shot from Ardianto.
18-17.
Good
So the
smash.
over 18 all. So the over
That could be costly.
Yeah.
19.
I think he was right to go forward. He anticipated well. It was just the execution of his shot. Two points away from a fourth quarter final. The Singapore Open for the Indonesians, Alfian and Ardianto.
Please welcome
What a rally. Oh my goodness. Thai pair getting in each other's way in the end there.
20, match point, 18.
Fast and furious. Look at that.
The point,
In fact,
point.
so close to his partner, he almost tripped over. Two match point opportunities for the two-time beaten finalists, Alfian and Ardianto.
So this is over
One match point well saved.
19, 20.
That's a fabulous serve, wasn't it?
20 all.
Got the net cord, 20 all. And as with the opening game, we'll need extra points until there's a clear 2-point winning margin.
20 all.
Japan.
Oh, that was lucky. His racket has gone. Ardianto.
21.
Alfian to the rescue, putting it away.
So a third match point opportunity for
21.
the Indonesians.
Umpire Jason Wu, Singapore. Service judge Ron Wee, Singapore.
Good defence. What a rally. And on their third opportunity, Fajar Alfian and Mohamed Dorian Ardianto convert and beat Kedren and Puavaranukroh in 2 straight games. Symmetry in the scoreline, 22-20, 22-20. A match lasting 40 minutes. Well, certainly I don't think the Indonesians were at their brilliant best today, but it's a sign of champion status when you can still win when you're not 100%.
Yeah, totally agree.
22-20.
Saving 3 game points in that opening game from 17-20 down. Alfian and Ardianto safely through to a fourth quarter-final here at the Singapore Open. Welcome back to second round action here at the Singapore Open. After that men's doubles, we turn our attention to women's doubles, and it's the two-time defending champion, happens to be the Olympic champion as well. Jia Yifan with her new partner, Zhang Shuxian, up against the Indian combination of Jolly and Pulela. Indians were semi-finalists last year, and this match from the bottom half of the draw